G'day guys, hope you're all doing well. Yeah, welcome back to another Phantom Menace figure review from the new vintage collection. And today I wanted to show you the Quadinaros and Otoga-222 pit droid. Although that droid isn't pictured on the card back, so basically what it's there for is Quadinaros. Of course, is a character debut. I took the sticker off the bubble and put it back on the card after I sliced the bubble off. So it's a pretty nice picture there of Quadinaros. It's pretty cool. He's a funny character, however brief. Yeah, normal, same card back as the rest of the series, or rest of the wave. Only thing that's different is obviously the front. So there you go. That's what to look out for. Now here is the figure. His species is Tung, T-O-O-N-G, from the planet Tund, or Tund, T-U-N-D, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Obviously, as most of you know the story, Kyle Newman, the director of Fanboys, had been pitching to Hasbro for a long time to get this figure made. He isn't an overly special character, and I don't know, I guess he needed a release along with a couple other pod races in order to complete one's collection of pod races, I suppose. He's quite an interesting looking character, just being that he has no body. I will quickly show you the pit droid though. This is completely the same thing that was packed in with other pod races back in 1999 when the original Phantom Menace line came out. So there's absolutely nothing. I've got one still from 1999, and the only difference is it's had a slight paint change. This one's a little bit more dirty, but I'm sure it's probably no different to another one that came out with another pod racer. I got one with the pod racer Odie Mandrell, so this is exactly the same with swivel shoulders and swivel legs. That's about it. So that's the Otoga-222 pit droid. Nothing special about that. I guess it just adds to the fact that the character isn't overly tall. Just to compare you, he's a Spagio press, so you can see the height difference there. He's quite different. Like I said, he is a really interesting looking alien, but they've done an absolutely fantastic job sculpting this guy and applying the paint. Apart from the pit droid, his other accessory is a blaster, which they add in with all the pod racer pilots, although they don't necessarily need one. I guess I could just give you a quick 360 of Mr. Quadinaros here. He's really well sculpted and detailed, and especially in the paintwork, through the eyes, through the face. You can see all the lines travelling down vertically over his big upper lip between his nose and his mouth. Extremely well-rounded, well, he's just well-rounded, well-sculpted, well-painted figure, really well articulated too, and I'll get to that in just a moment. So this has been quite an highly anticipated character, or to be released as a figure, and I guess that's through the exposure through the Forcecast podcast. I'm sure most of you know of the Forcecast, and Kyle Newman's lobbying to get this figure made. But articulation wise, he's got the ball jointed shoulders. I guess they're shoulders. Ball jointed arms, swivels at the wrists, ball jointed at the hips, ball joints at the knees, and ball jointed ankles. Though why he needs them, I'm not quite sure. Only one negative thing I can think of about this figure is he is hard to stand up. I managed to, if you use blue tack, it's not too bad, which I use for all of my figures. I do put a couple of spots of blue tack underneath each figure's feet just to help them stand a little bit more. But unfortunately, with his heavy body and his skinny little legs, and unfortunately no peg holes on the feet, it is hard to stand him up. Even with blue tack, he does tend to tip back a little bit, so I've managed to rest him against another pod racer to help him stand up. But otherwise, he is a pretty neat figure. I really recommend this guy if you're into the pod races and I guess a little bit of diversity in your collection where aliens are concerned. He's completely new and quite comical appearance, so I'll even get him to do a review one day, as soon as he is a big head. Just a close-up detail of the eye paint, really nice. And on the side, these little bubbles here, they are clear. I'm not sure what that's meant to be, whether it sees like a pod racer's earmuffs or something, but yeah. It's just about all I can really tell you about this guy. There isn't a lot to talk about, because what you see is what you get. So I'll leave it at that. I'll be back with another review from this wave in the next couple of days, hopefully. So this is what you get in the pack. Ben Quadinaros in the Otoga-222 Otoga-222 Pit Droid. That is a tongue twister. Too many twos. Alright. Yeah, so once again, guys, I appreciate you watching, commenting and subscribing and all your feedback. So it is always good fun to chat with you guys about all these figures that I do reviews of, so it's always great fun. So thanks for watching as usual, guys, and until my next review, may the force be with you. Ciao.